Lately, I haven't been doing so great. I've got a lot of things weighing on me, and feelings of hopelessness have crept back in. But I don't want to flake on making these videos. Doing these makes me accountable to keep working on my hoarding issues, and Lord knows I need to be held accountable. This is my 2017 schedule book, which is key to helping me keep track of appointments and due dates. These are a bunch of my old schedule books, which clearly are part of my clutter. I couldn't resist flipping through them. They're like mini chronicles of my life. I was reminded of things I'd completely forgotten I'd done. There were some notes I'd made that were interesting to read again. Some even made me smile or laugh. But most of it is past information that doesn't serve me anymore. What struck me really hard was how much I used to accomplish. It was as if I was reading the schedule of an entirely different, competent person. Someone who put herself out there, someone who was ambitious, someone who was pretty social. Hoarding disorder is incredibly insidious. So when people who've been inside my house say, "Oh, you're not really a hoarder," just because I don't have newspapers stacked to the ceiling or rats' nests like the extreme cases featured on TV shows, I have to disagree. Hoarding disorder is about what's going on up here, not just the physical manifestation in the form of clutter. And nobody becomes an extreme case overnight. The severity creeps up on you. My house may not be super cluttered, but it's got serious structural issues that have escalated due to me having such difficulty making decisions and me being too ashamed to let people inside to fix things. That's a large part of what's weighing on me. I find the TV programs on hoarding difficult to watch because they go for sensationalism. But when I have watched them, I've always wondered, what was that person like 20, 30 years ago? I imagine they were quite different than who they are now. The TV shows highlight their dysfunction, not their positive attributes. I've heard of a number of individuals with hoarding disorder who are members of Mensa. My father, who had hoarding issues, was a PhD. I'm terrified to think of how I'll be in another 20 years if I don't try to change my thoughts and behaviors in relation to things. It's so hard to change. It feels like I'm not changing fast enough, but I've got to keep trying. These date books reflect the more outgoing person I used to be, but hanging on to them won't help me become outgoing again. Letting them go might. And I'm not going to separate out the paper for recycling. I just want them gone.